Hi everyone, Mrs. Young here. We are going to take a look at the library website and what it has to offer you. The first thing you do if you'd like to follow along is go to the website that is listed across your screen, the URL. And now we're going to take a look at the homepage. The very first thing you will see is my very condensed version of the library as a Bitmoji library/classroom. Each one of these has a different link to it. The Welcome to South's Library takes you to this page. The Google Classroom button, when you open that up, it gives you two join codes, one to our online book club and one to our Google Classroom that is also about the library. So you can join those at any time. The other things that I have here are some posters that actually exist in the library. I am a huge tea drinker, so of course I have to have my cup of tea there. I was sorted in by the sorting hat for Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and I'm a Ravenclaw. So if you select that, it'll actually sort you by a quiz into your house, if that's your thing. Up here with the Goodreads link, you can click on that and see what I'm reading or what I have read. The Instagram button takes you to the South Instagram page, the library Instagram page. All the way down here at the bottom is a button that says Ask Mrs. Young, and it is a form that you can fill out for an appointment time with me or a book recommendation or a tech tool or tech help. Our mindfulness moments actually links to another page on this website that we will look at here in a moment. The Black Lives Matter button. The Black Lives Matter button takes you to a collection of all the fiction and nonfiction books that we currently have in our library that surround the Black Lives Matter movement, takes place during Black Lives Matter movement, is replicated from real life happenings, and or is written by a Black author. And I continue to add titles to this all the time. The other button is the Pride flag. And if you click on that, when you click on that, this brings up a lot of the books that we have that are LGBTQIAP+ books. And this list is always growing as well. I know we have more than what is shown here. It's just a work in progress, as always. The next button says, Hello, I'm new here. It gives you a look at the new books that we have currently. If I scroll down, I have a button to request a book from another school. If we don't have it and you know another school has it, you can fill this out and we will try our best to get it for you. There's a button here that says to search the library catalog, so you would click that if you want to do a book search. What I really love about our library website is just like the library, it's constantly changing. Your bones are still there. The stuff that you need always will still be there. But a lot of the stuff on the front page, the landing page, changes depending upon what's happening. So right now you'll notice that there is a really cool interactive piece about Black Lives Matter nonfiction books. If you click on the red and white book icon, it actually will give you a summary for the book. And all of these books are either in our library or will be in our library shortly. If I keep scrolling down, you can follow me on Goodreads. You can follow the library on Instagram and on Twitter. I will be honest, I use Instagram the most because I find that other than TikTok and Snapchat, that's what you guys are on the most. So now let's look at some of the other pages. On the left-hand side, you will see a menu. I'm going to click the About button. And this is just a little bit about our library. Again, you have a button to search the library catalog. You have the button to ask me anything that you'd like. So we'll go ahead and open that. So there's your form. And it's really great because it helps you navigate what you want and me to help you better. If I keep scrolling down, it just kind of talks a little bit about our library. And it has my email address. So please always feel like you can email me. I'm always here for you guys. The next button is the What Should I Read Next? And I love this page because I'm an avid reader. I think I read probably about 500 books over the last 3 years, give or take. So some of the things on this page, there's a website called What Should I Read Next? And it just kind of asks you basic questions and gives you book recommendations. I have a little button here that actually I will give you personalized book recommendations based upon what you like, what you don't like, movies, TV, music, all of that kind of stuff. There's also another bookfinder tool here. And then if I scroll down, I have that LGBTQIAP plus collection that I showed you earlier, and that Black Lives Matter collection. And I also have a memoir collection. And then I have buttons that say, if you liked The Hate You Give, try these books. If you liked Ember in the Ashes, then try these books. And if there's a book that you really love that you want to know other what we call read-alikes or books that are similar, let me know, and I'm happy to pull a collection together for you, and we can even feature it here on this webpage. Underneath What Should I Read Next are public library resources. We have two amazing public library resources here. Westerville Public Library is absolutely incredible. Here's a video on how to get a public library card. They are letting you do it digitally, which is great, and they have a turnaround time of about 72 hours or less. The Westerville Public Library offers tons of online resources, databases, magazines, movies, ebooks, audiobooks. So here's a video on how to use those. Then there's a quick flyer from them on some of their other resources. And then if I keep scrolling down, I also have similar resources from the Columbus Metropolitan Library. Same thing, you can fill a card out online or fill an application out online for a card, and then their virtual resources as well. So that's just a look at some of the things the public library offers us. We're going to keep going down the page and look at databases and research. We are very fortunate at South to have a lot of paid databases for us. They are all Gale databases. They are super powerful and have a lot of great information and really easy to use. In fact, each one of them actually provides a citation for you. So if you're not really good at citing your stuff, it'll do it for you. So we have opposing viewpoints, Gale in Context, Global Issues, Science in Context, and U.S. History. If you keep scrolling down, we also have ebooks through Gale, some of which are mental health and social emotional learning ebooks, which are really great. And then we also have our resources from our friends at InfoHio. When I'm doing research, I always want to make sure that I have the best, accurate, vetted content. And all of these sources underneath the research area are all vetted by yours truly. So there's always accurate information on these sources. Let's take a look at the next page, mindfulness and meditation. So in the library, we will be having a mindfulness and meditation area. We're not really sure what that's going to look like this year with COVID. So I put together some resources here online, some coloring pages, some brain breaks, some yoga, some online puzzles, and then our health and wellness ebooks as well. A lot of these you can do completely online. Some of them, like some coloring pages, you can print out and color if you have a printer. But I tried to really focus on things that were online so that if you need to do them at home or at school, but we're all on an online thing, you can do that. I'm going to next click on student resources. And these are all awesome resources for you guys. We have got tutorials, test prep, citation resources, career info, college info, technical school info, military resources, and anatomy extra credit books. So let's work from the bottom up. So if you're taking anatomy, you will have an assignment to pick an extra credit book. So that's a collection of all those that we have available. If I click on the military resources, I have information about how to join the military, becoming an officer, and then all of these resources for the ASVAB test. The next tab is college information, and it gives you all of your basic information about college. What I really like is this digital campus tours. And also most college campuses, if you go to their websites, they have their own digital 3D tours now as well. My favorite piece on this page, though, is Fast Web Scholarships. You can put in a search term and see all of these different scholarships that are offered either by your state or nationwide. Next up is career information. So here we have some information on once you're done with school, high school, if you want to go ahead and go straight to the workforce. There are some job platforms and some interest quizzes and that kind of thing there. Our next page is citation resources. As we all know, we need to cite our sources. And there's two different formats that we use in high school. We either use MLA or APA, and this is all the information you need to be able to cite those things. My very favorite resource is the first two, which is the OWL Online Writing Lab from Purdue, and it gives you every single piece of information you need to know about citing resources in both formats. Next up is test prep. Unfortunately, we all have to take state tests and the ACT or SAT and all that jazz. So these are all resources to help you with your test prep and to get higher scores. There are also some ACT and SAT prep things on here as well. And I'm working on developing some SAT vocabulary as well to add to the ACT vocabulary. Now let's look at our tutorial section. So the cool thing that I've learned about your generation, and I've stolen it from your generation, is a lot of you guys, when you want to learn something new, you go to YouTube and you learn how to do it that way. I've learned a lot of things watching YouTube. My husband learned how to plumb out our kitchen sink that way. Thankfully, it went okay. So I've started making short videos on how to do things. So the first one here is how to put a library book on hold if you want a library book. The next one is how to use Flipgrid as a student. The one after that is using Kami to make annotations on a document or a PDF. And honestly, I can make them on anything and everything that you'd like. So if you don't see one that you'd like, click the email me, Mrs. Young button. Click the email me, yes, button and ask for what you'd like. All right, I think that's pretty much it for right now. If you have any questions, please email me, direct message the library Instagram account, and please don't hesitate to come see me. All right, thank you, library humans. Have a great day. Bye.